Good evening, everyone. Good evening, my beloved sisters. Welcome to another Saturday Health Forum, a time of interaction where we discuss on matters that can impact on our health positively. Okay, for the benefit of those joining us for the very first time, this is Tabitha Health and Wellness. It's a forum, really a forum, a female forum, and a lot of men have told me, have been asking me questions, why can't we have Tabit men? So we trust God that as women's lives have been impacted, our husbands, our brothers, our uncles, our fathers' lives too will be affected as well. So it is a female, for now, it is a female-based forum. And by the grace of God, the Lord is helping us to come together and build a strong family here in Tabita. So it is for healthy eating, to promote healthy eating and healthy lifestyle, to encourage one another, to lead other women to do the same as well. So we are talking about Tabita being a threefold ministry, right? Do three things, particularly. The first one is we teach. The second is we encourage ourselves. And the third one is that we lead other women to do the same. So if we asked you a question any other time and said, what are the three focal points of Tabita? There are three in numbers, and it is, I can abbreviate it to TEL, T-E-L. That is to teach, to encourage, all the way to encourage ourselves, because the journey can be lonely. Healthy living lifestyle can be lonely in the midst of uh, serious unhealthy thing happening around us. So it can be a lonely journey. So but here, when we come together, we share, we encourage one another to run the race and to go on the journey effectively without looking back. And the third one is that we lead others to do the same. That's all essence of living, to impact another person, to impact somebody's life positive, to be a blessing to people. So that's what we are doing here. So after learning, after being encouraged, we will go out to also impact other women. And that's one of our vision here, where we see Etabita building a community of women that impact, that are so interested in living a healthy lifestyle, and they go on how to build a community where there's limited number of sicknesses, and we can also enjoy our lives and also fulfill God's purpose for our lives. So that is the three aspects of what we do, major thing that we focus on in Tabita. So let me do a disclaimer quickly. Here in Tabita Health and Wellness, we do not diagnose diseases. It is purely for educational purposes alone only. Therefore, if you have any medical issues, do not hesitate to see your healthcare provider or your physician. So please, we do not diagnose here, and we do not treat. We only give great information that are able to impact your lives. Today we will continue with the benefit of medicinal plants, and how I'll be talking specifically about one one huge God-given plant that can transform our health. One amazing God-given plant that can transform our health. And that plant is called Moringa. Moringa is an amazing plant, and you will agree with me at the end of this class that Moringa is so awesome. So if you see Moringa as one common plant that you hear everywhere, you see everywhere, it's becoming a nuisance. Maybe it's of people where they live. Some even have 2 or 3 trees of Moringa in their compound. They don't even know what it is or what they can use it for. Or they just see it around. They just feel it's one of the things messing up their environment. They cut it off. Or they keep cutting it off and cutting it off. I was also like that too. I had a moringa tree in my house, and I have the moringa tree in my, I don't even know what. So I kept on trimming and cutting off and throwing away until I got the deep understanding or revelation of what I can use moringa for. So today we'll be sharing a lot about moringa, and I want you to please relax and then enjoy the topic on moringa. Moringa is generally called the tree of life, the tree of life. Why did they call Moringa the tree of life? Let's find out. Moringa is botanically called Moringa oleifera. That's the botanical name. Okay, so we can just call it Moringa. It is highly cultivated all over the world because it's amazing. So it started from somewhere, but all over the world, Moringa is cultivated. It has the ability to grow fast within a space of time, and it has multiple uses. Multiple uses. Every part of moringa is used for specific nutritional and medicinal purposes. Specific things that you can use moringa for. So many things. You can have a particular thing in mind and use moringa for it, and moringa will answer to you because of what God has created moringa to do. Moringa oleifera is a good source of so many amazing nutrients, and we'll be looking at those nutrients one after the other. It is also important to note that moringa is hepatoprotective. When you hear anything hepato, it means the liver. It protects the liver. So if you are taking moringa, as I will be recommending it to us, the way we can use moringa, taking moringa on a daily basis, it means that it can protect your liver. And we have talked about liver as being a powerhouse for every human being. That's why it is called liver. When you remove the R, the last letter from the liver, it remains live. So that means that with liver you can live well, you can live a healthy life, you can live a healthy life with your healthy liver. So when you have a healthy liver, you are sure to live, because liver helps and combat with over 500 diseases. That's what researchers says. So you and I need to rejoice that we have something that can help us to protect, that can help to protect our liver. The other thing is that moringa is also anti-ulcer. It has anti-ulcer properties, and if you look at it very well, for looking at the composition, it shows to it's also evident to you and I that this particular thing is very amazing. Now, good news is also diuretic. Now, it takes off excess fluid from the body system. So, what does that mean? What impact will that do for us? It's a good news for people with hypertension, all of that, or edema and that and all, because the accumulation of fluid in the heart, it causes problems for our heart and then for blood pressure, and that's why they give diabetic patient drugs that are diuretic to help to reduce to remove excess fluid from the body system. But it's saying that we are here to learn that moringa does the same work as well. It's also important to understand that moringa has been found and reported a long time ago to have properties which if effect for the treatment of so many issues, and one of them is asthma. Asthma is also one thing that moringa is able to prevent or to also manage or stabilize very well. It's something that you want to consider. Like I said, we are not using many of this plant to say we want to use it to cure whatever we are going to. Nature, it takes time because it works right from the roots. But all of these things, they are very essential and very good for us to incorporate them into our day-to-day meal plan, day-to-day nutritional plan, because it is every day that we come in contact with things that challenge our health. And you mustn't fold your hands and look at it and to come. You see somebody coming confronting you to hit you. Are you going to stand with the person to hit you, or you're going to try to put a defense as well, or look or get help, or somebody that is stronger than you to also help you out? You won't wait. So the same thing when it comes to our health. We are facing a lot of environmental problems, environmental factors around us that you and I do not even have power over. So you can't sit down, fold our hands with that. You don't want that we won't do something. One of the things that God wants you to do is to incorporate some of this plant product. And one of these is moringa. Moringa is powerful, moringa is beautiful, moringa is amazing, and you can easily find them. You can easily source for them. You can grow them at your backyard. You can grow them in front of your house. You can grow a tiny tree like that. It doesn't have to be very big one, very massive or very big ones. There's some that are just very not too big like that, so you can put them in your house. If you have space, you have compound, there's some there are things that you should think about. Don't wait for things to happen to you. Every day incorporate it into your diet system, and we'll see a lot of improvement in your health. So once you do that, once you make your moringa into your powder form, then you can add it to different things. You can add it to your pap, you can add it to your oat, you can add it to your smoothies, you can add it to your soups, you can add it to so many things, I'm telling you. So you can incorporate it into different delicacies like that, and you are having the goodness of moringa. So if you are just starting on moringa, please start small, especially if you dehydrate your moringa. You have a greenish, um, rich moringa powder. Start small. Can start with half a teaspoon to 1 teaspoon. Moringa is a general body tonic that you can incorporate into your diet system. Add it to everything that you do. And honestly, your smoothies, your soup, your whatever, anything, you can add them to it. You can just be innovative about it. So if you create any style of using your moringa, you can share with us. We will really love to hear from you. Then, if you can also make it as tea, more because it's a daily tea, the hot water also helps you to break the active ingredient to make it potent. So you can also make it as tea. Put it in your tea bag if you have a tea bag, or you just put it in your hot water directly, and then drink it like that. Either you want, you can add honey or not. Just drink it like that. Make it very little. Put hot water inside, 1 teaspoon or half a teaspoon. It's good to go. It supplies a lot of nutrient minerals that we have talked about in the past. You can also do your moringa, just infuse the moringa leaf in hot water. So just pluck it and put it, that one, that means you'll be plucking it every day. But the powder one is very easy. Once you do it, you just keep it stock, cover it, seal it up, and then cover. You can bring it out and use it every time. Put your moringa where you can see. That's what I'm doing. I just put it. I put it on the cupboard. Later, I brought it. I put it right in front of where I can see it regularly, so I can know that I need to put my moringa inside this. So I just put it in practically everything that I do. So do that. So you can, like I said, you can put it the leaf. You can infuse it in hot water. You can infuse it in hot water, which is fine. It's okay. It's powerful. It's nice. It's amazing. You can put it like that as well. You can also use moringa as a moringa oil. If you have moringa oil, genuine moringa oil that comes with real moringa oil, you can do it as well. You can bring out the oil from the moringa and leaves, or from the plant and all of that. And don't forget that we are only talking about the leaves. Now we have different part of moringa. We have the stem, we have the leaves, we have the roots, we have the seed, we have different parts of moringa. So that's how you can use your moringa. So the way you can use your moringa, you can use moringa in an amazing way. Okay, so you can dehydrate it. Once you dehydrate it, if you don't have a dehydrator, there's no problem. But if you have a dehydrator, it's okay. You can use your dehydrator, and you can use it to dry it, or you just put it under the sun. So if you put it under the sun, not under the sun, sorry, not under the direct under the sun, just away from it, somewhere just warm, cool environment, and just put it inside for it to dry. Once it dries up, then you blend it into your powder form and you bottle it, and that's your moringa powder. Okay, so let's just talk about how do we incorporate moringa into our body system, into our daily plan. Moringa can be converted into, you can dry moringa leaves particularly. The seeds are very potent, I'm not saying that you should go into seeds. So, but if you want to do seeds, it is advisable to just do the seed once in a while. Okay, once in a while. But the leaves is what we have leaves abundant. So let us focus on leaves for now. So, and when it comes to seed, we can talk about for seed. Moringa is rich. It has its own moringa oil. It has oil. Anyway, every plant product has their own oil. That's amazing. So that's why they call them essential oils. Every plant product on the surface of the Moringa oleifera is good source of protein. Can you imagine? Good source of protein, good source of vitamins, oils, fatty acid, micro and macro minerals. You can just imagine the composition. It has a lot of nutritional purpose and medicinal purpose. So imagine a seed or a plant having protein, having minerals, having oil, having fatty acid, having micro and macro nutrients. That is like a complete meal on its own. That's why I usually call moringa. It's a complete dose on its own. So now let's look at what some researchers have said. Research has shown that moringa equally has the following amazing properties. The properties that we blow our mind. It has one anti-inflammatory properties. You see, inflammation, we've talked about it some time ago, that it is one major critical aspect of ill health. Most diseases, about 70 to 80% of diseases, started the problems from inflammation. Inflammation can be positive because it's like a reaction to something strange and trying to fight things back. But when it stays for too long, it becomes a problem automatically. So it's something that you want to curb as much as you can before it becomes a problem. And so moringa is one of the fruits, one of these plants that you can actually use. You can be using regularly, and it can correct and can address inflammation. So if you are somebody that have inflammation, it's something that you want to think about critically. Number two is that moringa has antimicrobial properties. You see, when we say something has antimicrobial properties, it means that it has inhibitory activity against several microorganisms. And we battle with microorganisms every now and then. You know, it also shows that moringa extract has been found to inhibit against many pathogenic bacteria, including Staphylococcus aureus. And this is one thing that is almost everywhere around us, on our body, on our skin, and everywhere. We have Staphylococcus because many of the things, and that's how they creep into our body system, causing infection and all of those things. But it's saying that moringa has the power to cope. It has inhibitory properties. It can prevent the activity of the microorganisms in our environment, in our body, and in our environment. Can you just beat that? So it is something that you and I cannot afford to just overlook or just undervalue. It also has antioxidant properties. We talked about antioxidant properties. When there's oxidation in your body system, oxidative stress, which can cause problems in your body system. It causes cancer issues, diseases, and all of that. He said moringa has antioxidant properties. Moringa also has research shows that moringa also have anti-cancer properties. Imagine, you know, I won't doubt this because if a product, one single product has protein, minerals, vitamins, fats, and whole fatty acid, then you are sure that that thing is able to help the immune system automatically. And when your immune system is at the optimum level, you are sure to be able to beat sicknesses and affliction goodbye. So another thing is that moringa also has cardiovascular. I'm telling you things, not just the things that I saw on Google. These are research papers that have shown the high property, of moringa. So I'm not just getting information from Google. These are research-based documented papers that have been tested on mouse, on different things to check for the potency of this. And it has been seen that it has a very, very high level of cardiovascular properties. It helps to, in other words, it helps to work on your veins, on your arteries, on so many other things, on your vessels generally. Cardiovascular is really talking about the vessels, okay? And the moringa is also effective. So that means if it's effective properties of cardiovascular, it means that it has properties against every cardiovascular issues. This is amazing. I just can't just can't be quiet here to just say, Lord, we thank you. Thank you for the gift of Moringa, the gift of everything that you have given to us. It shows to us that God has so much, He has so much for us. He has us in mind, and that's why He has given us everything that we need on the surface of the earth. He created us for His own good. When He created us, He has His intention in mind. He's the only one who knows why He created the hand to be where it is, the head, the brain, and every organ in our body system. He's also the one that have made provision for the care of all of these organs. So we don't have any excuse. We can't blame God. If you begin to search and research on so many things that are available for you that you can just tap into, you will be amazed at the wonders of God. It is important to understand that Moringa has multiple pharmaceutical effects. No, and the researchers have confirmed this. So they refer it to as it has a therapeutic remedy for various diseases. Other researchers call it charismatic healer. Imagine, these are what researchers are saying, that this is a charismatic healer. So whenever you see moringa, don't look at moringa the way you used to look at moringa again. Look at moringa with so much value, with so much grace, with so much opportunity that you have. You have moringa close to you. Okay, so the moringa is outstanding source of nutritional components. The leaves of moringa, weight by weight, have the following amazing nutritional wonder. You know, see, we have seen some of these things before, that they just write it for us and then begin to wonder, is it true? It says if you take moringa, it has calcium. People will be asking, what can we eat to give us amount of calcium that is needed? So now it's telling us, research shows is telling us that calcium, moringa has calcium that is equivalent of 4 times that of milk. So when people think that when you give children um, um, milk, you know, you get calcium inside, which I've explained to us several times that really the calcium that's expected to be available for us in milk has been denatured. So it's not really readily available for us anymore. And that is just the truth. Aside from other things that we can also trace to the consumption of milk. So now research has shown us that moringa has its equivalent, calcium equivalent of 4 times of that of milk. It has a vitamin C content 7 times that of orange. You know, we all say that take vitamin C so that you can have a huge amount of vitamin C. And vitamin C is very potent for a lot of health issues. In fact, cancer patients usually take high dose. It's recommended to take high dose of vitamin C because it helps to build the immune system, and cancer cells cannot withstand the operation and the activity of vitamin C. So imagine that your vitamin C in moringa is 7 times more of that of orange. This is miraculous. This is amazing. And this is a good news for all of us, that this power packed green product is amazing enough that it has a lot of these content within them. It also has potassium, 3 times that of banana. You know, we talk about banana very high in potassium, but this is one thing that this is one product that has all of this thing in one. Banana is amazing for potassium, but they are telling us that there's something else that has more of 3 times more of the potassium that is found in banana. So if you find maybe 20% or 20 microgram, um, um 20 mcg, okay, in banana, so it's saying that now you can get about 60, that's 20 times 3 in your moringa. So if you're taking your moringa, you're sure to have high amount of potassium than what you're going to be getting from banana. This is amazing. Now, the iron content for people who have deficiency, certain deficiency, and that makes them to have a regular frequent PCV drop. Okay, your blood volume. The blood volume is very critical. Your blood volume mustn't reduce beyond certain level. When it gets to that point, it's a critical situation. That's why we have to do blood transfusion and or boost the blood level just in case they're not able to get enough. So sometimes if they're not able to get, they may have tried to boost the blood level with all the protocols that they know. If they're not able to get amount that is needed, they will have to infuse the person. They have to do transfusion, blood transfusion, to get an adequate amount of blood. So please pay attention to your system, to your level of eating. If you are feeling dizzy or you are feeling kind of weak or somehow, please do not hesitate and don't just call it malaria all the time. Make sure you do a blood work to find out. I've told a lot of women here that reach out to me, they're feeling this, they're feeling that. I tell them that one of the the fastest test you can do to get some information about what is going on in your body system is your blood work. So, and the blood work is what they call full blood count or WBC and all of that. So when they do that, they get you see PCV, you see the hemoglobin, you see the white blood cells, you see so many of these factors, and you can interpret it. You can also interpret it yourself, but look for your doctor to interpret that for you. And when your blood level is low, you want to make sure that you boost it up. So quickly, let me just share how you can build your blood level just in case that you have a low blood level. Now, beetroot is an amazing one that you can use to boost your blood level. Okay, so you can use beetroot and you can combine it with ugu, 50% of each of them. So if you make 4 ounces, if you want to take 8 ounces now, which is 1 cup, so you are doing half a cup of ugu juice, half a cup of beetroot juice. Combine the two together and drink it. Drink like 3 to 5 times a day. And I assure you, you can go and check your blood level again, like 3 or 5 days, you will see that you will have a jump. And if you another one, you can use a chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is also another amazing one. You can take liquid chlorophyll, it's also good, it can help you to boost your blood level. You can also take spinach, is also good, it's also rich. Okra is also rich in iron, you can also do that. There's some herbs too that are good, which is they call it, I think they call it purpuro okababa, okay? The English word is bipolar or something. Bipolar, yes, it's bipolar. So you can get that make it tea or something out of it and then drink it. So those are the ones I can mention briefly for now. Okay, so let's go back to our moringa. So another one that he talked about is that vitamin A. Carrot is very high in carotenoid, and then when the carotenoid are the one that convert and then convert to vitamin A for us. So carrot is amazing, but yeah, we are hearing that moringa has 4 times. Imagine 4 times vitamin A of carrot. It has 4 times of the vitamin A present in carrot. This is very interesting and very good to know. And then the another one is I have 2 times protein in milk. So if you are looking for something that have all the composition, you, you don't need to go too far. And especially some of what I said, we have limited resources. It's going to be too much of this and all that. You can incorporate moringa into your diet system. And when people say plant, I will tell you how to use them. Moringa is very potent and very powerful and is very harmless. if you use them appropriately, just like every other thing. If you take too much of pounded yam or something, you will be over bloated and you'll feel uncomfortable. In fact, you can be constipated. So too much of everything is bad on its own, not to talk of a plant and plant product. So there is nothing to be afraid of. Uh, I've always preached that to us here regularly. Don't let anybody confuse you and make you feel bad for taking plant products. They are what God has given to us, and we must use them well incorporate them into our day-to-day activity, and we must use them appropriately. So that is that on that. Moringa is also suggested as a supplement of dietary for minerals. So when people are saying they want supplement, which supplement will they be using and all that, and you have moringa in your backyard, you can imagine. So you see, knowledge has a way of liberating us. So if you have that at the backyard, at your backyard or your compound, you have nothing to worry about. So you have minerals loaded in your compound. So you also have the pods and leaves of moringa contain high amount of calcium, high amount of magnesium, potassium, manganese, phosphorus, zinc, and sodium. Now, look at it. There's a lot of goodness in the combination of calcium and magnesium. You see, it helps with, and look at it, it has calcium, magnesium, potassium, and these are amazing. So you can see where it got that power-packed, what it got power-packed power to be able to help with hypertension, high blood pressure. Look at the composition of the calcium, magnesium, potassium, manganese. These are things that are needed to stabilize our blood pressure. Okay, the researchers asked this to say that moringa has its great contribution from ancient times. It is the plant with exceptional medicinal properties, which can resolve the healthcare needs in several situations. Whatever situation of health that you find yourself, you can trust moringa. And these are the things that I would like to emphasize here, that if we have certain things that are rich in nutritional content and also medicinal, it's something that we should incorporate into our diet on a regular basis. That was why we went into a week-long moringa recipe, and I can assure us that just very few people took that recipe seriously. We don't know what we are missing. Moringa is powerful. I've been using moringa now. My moringa is really, really very small. What I have before, what I processed before, and what I have now is really small because I even put it in so many things that I do now. So it is important for us to incorporate moringa into our lifestyle. Now, if you are using these plants on a regular basis, you are jump starting your work, your body to greatness, to good health, to great energy. That's what we're doing. We shouldn't wait for something to happen to us before we start running haters, caters, and start running from pillar to post for help, for solution. Let us start practicing some of these simple remedies that have great impact on our health. And if we know that we have any significant health issue, in addition to other things that you are doing, you can also incorporate these in your diet system. Another good thing to note is that moringa is analgesic. It has analgesic activity. That means it's effective for pain relief. We may be wondering how, which way. It's not me that put it there, it's God that put it inside. So that's what it's doing. And researchers have helped us to map out this thing, do some activities on them, and do a lot of work on them to see if this thing really works. And they found that to be very effective as well. So if you continue to use this, you just notice that your body is reacting positively some way. You may not even know what exactly you are taking that is helping this thing. You may not, sometimes you may have the opportunity to trace it down to a journal and say, since I've started taking moringa, I've been feeling this way, and I've been going to toilet very easily. I've been doing this and that. You may notice it, but some other time you may not even know that that is what is even helping your system. So, but use something. And one of the things that I encourage you to use to incorporate into your system, into your diet plan, is moringa. Another thing, good news for diabetic patient. Moringa has anti-diabetic activity. For this, I can confirm to you that this is really true. True, absolutely true. Moringa leaves is a significant decrease for the blood glucose. Study shows that moringa leaves are potent source of polyphenols, and polyphenols are powerful substances that help with so many issues, especially from the microbiome and the digestive system and the intestine and all of that. And they help with communication and the good communication to the brain, to all parts of the body system. And it's also very effective for regulating your blood sugar. And when the system within the microbiome is appropriate, is good, is effective, is strong, it to affect every part of our body system. It also contains some active ingredient in it that help it to fight high blood sugar. So in fact, it is also documented that the potential of anti-diabetes of moringa can be commercialized through the development of some suitable technology with achieving anti-diabetic activity. So we don't need to. It is not time to start deliberating and say, oh, is it better for than drug and all of that. That's not what I'm sharing here. But what I'm sharing is that I've seen it work perfectly. There are a lot of plants that you can use for to help with blood sugar, to help with to manage to drop blood sugar. But the way we teach here, we don't only want to deal with the side effect, which is the names of many of these diseases. We will want to take care of what is responsible for the blood sugar hike in your system. So if your blood sugar is high, probably there's a problem with the pancreas, and then we need to correct that activity there, and automatically the blood sugar will begin to do its work, and the insulin will be active, and it will bring the blood sugar down to a normal level. So it is important to know that these can do an amazing work. Another thing that is also very good for is anti-hypertension. It can help with hypertension, and it can also help with cholesterol. And I've seen a lot of people reach out to me concerning cholesterol level and all of that. Aside from the fact that you're staying away with forbidden fruit, you also incorporating moringa into your diet system will help you. We did onions the last time. This is moringa. So you have different things, and we have done different things in the past, but this particular plant, these two plants that are so amazing, that if you incorporate them into your diet system, you will see a lot of difference, a lot of amazing changes in your body system. And a lot of people have given testimony on the platform why they use this particular product and they see results. So you may not see immediate results with your moringa, but it's a long time thing effect. I saw certain changes within the period of time that I used it, and I can tell that it helps with bowel movement properly, and it also helps with I think it helps with stamina level, strength and all of that. So aside from it builds your immune system, which you may not be able to see, but it's a long time effect um, in your body system. Anti-hypertensive cholesterol as well, it can help to combat them because of the potency of the active ingredients right inside the moringa. So you want to look at this from this point of view and begin to embrace moringa into your lifestyle. So I've also said that moringa, one of the best ways to incorporate moringa on a daily basis is into your smoothies. I tell you, into your smoothies, and it doesn't alter the taste of your smoothies. And I've tried it several times. I did not feel the taste of moringa inside my smoothies, my green smoothies especially. You can put it in your fruit smoothies, and we have talked about the way you do your smoothies here. You put it in your green smoothies, very amazing, power packed thing that you are taking. Please, I'm so passionate about moringa these days. Please don't play with your moringa. Make sure you all Tabitha women, all Tabitha sisters, all Tabitha men should please have moringa powder in your homes. If you don't have the luxury of saying you are dehydrating your moringa, you can as well dry it naturally and get it done. Or you can also buy from vendors who sell organic things, and you trusted one that you can buy your moringa from, and then incorporate it into your diet system, and that will help you a lot, a great deal. And that's about it concerning Moringa. If you have any question, please you can go ahead and ask the questions, and that will be it for tonight. Now we have had Moringa challenge this week. Now, one other challenge that I want us to do this week, I'm not able to talk about the plant, but I want us to go and get that product, and it is called I don't. It is called I don't. It's called Eden Pod or brisket, or some people call it brisket or something. It's called Eden Pod. I don't brisket or something. That's what they call it. With brisket or something. Ghanaians call it brisket also. But I think the name, the original name is Idon. Idon. That is the general name that is known for. Idonigu, Yoruba calls it. Or I think the English name is Eden Pod. So if you check your Google, please don't ask on the platform what is I done. Just go and Google it and you will see the picture. It has like 4 edges like this, long. Some people use it for pepper soup. They use it for different soup. And I done is what we're going to be using this week. And how are we going to be using I done? So just add your idon in your water. You can use idon in different ways. I'll be teaching maybe next week on another way we can use idon. But this particular one, put idon in your water. Okay? Just once you put it in your water, drink it. Okay, that's all I can talk about. If I can say about I don't this thing. Just put it in your water. You can put it in your kettle, put water inside, soak it inside, and be drinking it. Be drinking it. Would next week, God willing, we will deal with what we will talk about. I don't. But the challenge is I don't. It's very amazing. It's antibacterial. It is uh, anti-infection and all of that. It cleanses the system. Some say they use it to clean add aura and all that. That's not what we are doing. What we are doing, we are cleaning our system. So we are using idon to clean our system, put it in water, and they use it to, if you don't have it, to go and buy. I'm buying my own maybe tomorrow or so. We'll start the challenge on Monday by the grace of God. Put it in a pot of water, let it stay inside your clean water. If you want to boil it, you can boil a little. If you're boiling it, please just to use little at the time, because it can make some people put, if it's too much of it, can make something to drop. So but you can put it in your water, which is fine and calm. Use it in your water and drink it as much as you can. The Lord bless and keep us all by the grace and mercy. Thank you so much for listening. God bless you, everyone.